Let me ask you something. Do you know about a business owner who loves to brag about their business? 6 figures, 7 figures, impressive numbers. But here's the question nobody asks. How much of that actually ends up in your pocket? Because I sat across the table from business owners doing multiple 6 figures in a year in revenue, and yet they felt completely bankrupt. Why? And I've also seen business owners who are just doing 200,000 taking home more profit than the business owners doing $1 million a year. Could you answer why? Why is that? Have you ever thought of it? Revenue is not the number that matters. Yes, you do earn revenue, but profit is what makes the difference, because that's what helps you put more money in your pocket. And in this video, I'm going to show you why earning a high revenue does not mean having a higher profit in your business. I will also show you the most common traps business owners fall into. And you will also get a clear framework on how to fix them. If you ever looked at your bank account and asked the question, I'm doing all this hard work, yet I'm not seeing anything at the end of the month. Where is the money going? This video is made for you. Stick till the end. We live in a culture where we worship revenue. Forbes magazine, LinkedIn posts, award ceremonies, they all talk about one thing: how much you actually made. Here's the truth they never put in the headline: how much revenue have you put in your pocket? Let that sink a bit. It's all glory on the outside, but it could be a hollow shell on the inside. Revenue is just money that came in. Profit is what's left behind. And those two numbers can be wildly different. Think of it this way. You run a restaurant. You did $800,000 in sales this year. Incredible, isn't it? But let's get into the figures now. But then you pay your staff, pay the rent, you pay the utilities bill, you pay the food supplier, you pay the accountant, you pay the card processing fees, and the list goes on. Suddenly, you see that your $800,000 this year is left with only $40,000. That's literally a 5% profit margin. You work 60 hours a week to take only $40,000 at the end of the year. That doesn't sound reasonable, right? Is that why you became an entrepreneur? The freedom life, the family, is that how you see it now? You most probably are regretting having left your corporate life. That's the reality for many small business owners. High revenue, high effort, but low profit. I have been in practice when I started my accounting career for about 3 years, and I had a portfolio of 30 people, 30 business owners, and I have seen the struggles there. I mean, when we did the accounts for the year, some really were struggling to keep their head above the water, and that hurts, right? And here's the dangerous part. When you focus on growing only revenue, you can make the profitability problem even worse. Keep that in mind. More clients, more overheads, more stress. It never ends unless you manage your operations efficiently. You do all the efforts to grow your business, but you see no money in your pocket. That's not a success story. That's a trap. So what actually kills profit? Let me walk you through the 5 biggest profit killers in a business. Profit killer number 1, underpricing. This is the number 1 killer, hands down. Most business owners price based on what they think the market will pay. Or worse, they price just below the competitor. But they never ask the most important question. If I price at this level, is my profit margin actually sustainable? Here's a simple example. If your product costs to deliver $60 and you sell it for $70, you have a $10 profit to cover all your overheads, marketing, admin, your salary. That's not a business. That's a very stressful hobby. Price is just not a number. It's the foundation of your entire business model. Get it wrong, and no amount of business revenue is going to save you. Profit killer number 2, uncontrolled overheads. As businesses grow, costs creep in. More expenses are incurred. A new subscription here, a new hire there, a bigger office, a fancier system, and each individual decision seems reasonable. But together, they silently eat your margin. I call this lifestyle cost creep for businesses. The costs feel justified because the revenue is growing, but they grow faster than the revenue is achieved. A rule of thumb: every time your revenue increases by 10%, your cost should not increase more than 5%. If your costs are growing at the same rate as your revenue or faster, you have a growth problem. Profit killer number 3, wrong customer mix. Not all clients are created equal. Some clients bring in big revenue, but they take up your time. They demand discounts, they cause stress, and your net profit from them is tiny. Other clients, smaller revenue, low maintenance, fast payment, great relationship, and your profit margin from them is beautiful. Most business owners have never done a profitability analysis by customer segment. They don't know which clients are making them money and which ones are costing them money. This can be a game changer when you can figure it out. Profit killer number 4, poor cash flow management. You can be profitable on paper but still can go bust. That is serious. This shocks people, but it's true. Really, really, really true. If you can't pay your bills, you bust. Here's the kicker. Your clients take 60 days to pay you, but you have to pay your suppliers a 30-day notice period. There seems to be a gap of a month, 30 days. That can create a lot of issues in your business because the clients are paying you late. That means the revenue is really coming in late. Whereas your suppliers are demanding to be paid. That means your cash is going out pretty fast. The gap of 30 days could really cause you enough issues not to be able to pay your salaries and other expenses. Profit and cash flow are not the same thing. You need both to survive in a business, and you need to manage them deliberately. Profit killer number 5, chasing revenue over profit margin. This is a mindset trap. When profits are low, most business owners think revenue is the solution. That means I need to grow more revenue to be profitable. But that is not the reality. But if your margin is broken, more revenue just creates more of the same problem. You are scaling a leaky bucket. The fix is not always more. Sometimes the fix is better. Better pricing, better clients, better processes, and better margins. And then grow your business. So how do you fix this? Here's the framework I use with business owners. I call it the Profit Clarity Framework. 4 steps, simple but powerful. Step 1, know your numbers. You cannot manage what you cannot see. Start with 3 numbers, just 3. Number 1, your gross profit margin. That is the profit that you derive after deducting your direct cost of delivery from your revenue. So revenue minus cost equals profit, gross profit margin. Number 2, your net profit margin. That is what's left after all your other expenses. And that should include your salary too. Number 3, your break-even point. How much revenue do you actually need just to cover all your costs? If you don't know these 3 numbers off the top of your head, that is the first thing to fix this week. Step 2, audit your costs ruthlessly. Go through every single line item in your business operations and ask one question for each one of them. Is this directly contributing to revenue or profit? If the answer is no, cut it or challenge it. When you do this exercise, you will almost find 10 to 20% of your costs are unnecessary, killing your business profits. And eliminating them goes to your bottom line, that is your pocket. Step 3, price for profit. Work backwards from the profit you want. Don't start with what the market charges. Start with what margin do I need to have a sustainable business model? If you need a net 30% to make the business worthwhile, then price it accordingly and focus on attracting the clients who value your offer. Not everyone will pay your price, and that's okay. Some pay $10. You have clients paying $100. You have clients paying $10,000 to $100,000 to $1 million, right? Tony Robbins, I believe, charges $1 million to have a session with him, and some charge just $10 per session. You create the price you want. It's your value, your time, your effort, your energy. That's how you should price. Step 4, identify your most profitable activities. Look at every product, service, or client segment you have. Rank them by profit margin, not by revenue. Then ask yourself, what would happen if I doubled down on my most profitable activities and totally stopped doing my least profitable activities? That's how you eliminate the ones that are really not bringing you any money and wasting your time and energy. If you know the 80-20 rule, you will know that 20% of activities drives 80% of the profits in a business, and the rest of it are useless. Your goal is to find that 20% activity that makes the big difference in your business, and then build your strategy around it. Let me bring this together now. Revenue is the number everyone sees. Profit is the number that actually determines if your business works. The profit killers to watch are 1, underpricing your products and services. 2, uncontrolled overhead costs. 3, the wrong customer mix. 4, poor cash flow management. 5, chasing revenue instead of margins. And the profit clarity framework to fix it: know your numbers, audit your costs, price for profit, double down on your best work. This is not complicated, but it does require to look at your business with honest eyes and make decisions based on profit, not ego. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments below. I read all of them. Here's my question to you. Which of those 5 profit killers is the biggest problem right now in your business? Please leave it in the comments below. And if you have any question related to any of these topics, do leave in the comments. It might help me create a new video on that topic. And if you're watching this and thinking, this is exactly what's happening in my business, and I don't know where to start or what to do, then I want to invite you to book a strategy call with me. Please find the link below in the descriptions. Here's what happens in this session. We identify the biggest problem that's holding your profits back. We get clear on what's actually causing it, and I give you a step-by-step plan to fix it. You walk away with clarity, with a plan and momentum. The link to book is in the description below. Click it, fill in a few details, and I'll see you on the other side. Just so that you know, the sessions are limited, So the sooner you book, the better the chance for you to have a call with me. Thank you for watching this video. If it gave you one idea to improve your profits today, please hit the like button. It helps more people to find this content. And if you are not subscribed yet, I do hope you will do that. You can click the button right now. I put out videos every week on building a business that actually works for you and makes you profit and brings you cash and puts money in your pocket. So until next video, have a nice day. Talk soon. Bye.